Guys, what's up? David Feldman-Makrias back with you again, and this is a quick one, okay? But I think it's pretty significant because I've talked a lot about key events, aka conversions, right, on this channel, specifically for automotive. So we delved into a lot of ASC, Automotive Standard Council, what that means, all the different functions of them, blah, 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 blah. But there's always some gaps in it, right? Nothing's ever perfect. It's a good benchmark to use as a standard practice, but we're always thinking about how we can make it better. So, Seth is with me, and he's going to describe a little bit about what we're testing internally to see how we can make conversion tracking and really key event tracking in Google Analytics 4 a lot more simple. We have some test data. We're looking at a live client, last 7 days. I'm going to hand it to him, see what you got.
So in this instance, we're really looking to simplify our form submission tracking. So in our previous standard operating procedures, we would have a specific event for every single form on the site. So that way we'd be able to track what forms are getting submitted, which ones are having the most traction, which ones are working, yada, yada. Still important things to look at, but in a just like general reporting standpoint, it's a lot of information. You're just inundated with all these different names and places that you have to, so many different numbers you got to add up mentally in your head, and it makes reporting kind of difficult. So we found a way to sort of simplify that without reducing the data that you have available. So if we want to see all of the form submits that happen on the website, we have this event name here, all form submits, that shows every single form that got submitted on the website. Because ultimately, we just care that a form got submitted, not necessarily which form was submitted. So here we can see amongst all of those, 15 forms were submitted by 10 people.
And that's pretty cool too, because we're not showing it now, but that's really all the dealer personnel has to care about. How many forms did they get? How many chats did they get? How many texts did they get? How many phone calls? It's really those four, because those are the deliverables of the marketing company to any such dealership. But now, if you want to go even deeper in analytics, which again is not made available with ASC and some of that other stuff, Seth's going to show you how.
Yeah, so if we want to drill in and see, okay, what forms are getting submitted, which ones are getting us the most traction, which ones should we maybe we have too many CTAs, maybe we need to pull away from one, which one should we remove? You can submit the form name as a custom dimension, so you can add that in GA4, your form name. And then now we can break out that all form submits event by each of the form names. So we had 3 contact us form submits, we had 2 scheduled test drive form submits, similarly down the line here. And again, this is just in our testing period here, so that's why we still see some test stuff in here. But more or less the goal here is to clean up all of that tracking, make it easier to report on, yet without losing any of that individual reporting for the specific forms. Additionally with this, with how we had been setting up form tracking before compared to now, we can set up our tag to show fire for any form that happens on the website, as opposed to making specific restrictions to only fire for certain forms. So that means if something changes on the website, if something breaks, odds are that form is still going to get tracked, and it might just get thrown under not set for the form name. So that way we're still tracking the form. We might just not know the actual form that was submitted, in which case we can go and fix the form, but we still have data for all the forms that were submitted beforehand.
To help contextualize what Seth just mentioned, let me give a scenario. How many times as an automotive dealer did you cancel one chat vendor and then implement a new one? Or how many times did the manufacturer come in, if you're a new car franchise dealer, and say, hey, you need to use this VIP test drive tool because it's mandatory for all Chrysler dealers to use it, or Ford dealers, or what have you? How many players are in your website all the time trying to change things, and then tracking gets broken? This, what Seth just went over, allows us to track everything we need to in a simple way, but also predict that things are going to change with your website and still keep our accuracy in tracking healthy moving forward. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Heard it here first. So it's pretty cool stuff. We'll have more to come as this launches across all of our accounts. I also really like it too, because as I'm getting into the ASC spider web of everything. Even the nomenclature is easy to see. All form submits. Like someone not really that into marketing can understand, oh, all the form submits. That's pretty easy to see. And then when you segment here, contact us. Okay, I know what that is. Schedule test drive. I know what that is too. Check availability. Those are all those types of actions that anybody within the dealer branch, whether they're sophisticated in marketing or not, can understand. So, what else? Anything?
I think that covers it for now.
Boom. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to go over any more of this type of stuff, if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.